practicing. It's a waste of time.
The day begins like any other day. As the morning sun begins to rise, competition is in the air. What is it that makes a champion? Is it his will to win? His desire for greatness? Flair for the dramatic? To be the best, you have to be willing to do things others aren't willing to do. Dress in a flowered shirt. Wear shorts in 40-degree weather. Drink 12 beers in a mixer through the first 12 holes. Maybe even take a work conference call while still maintaining your excellence. Whatever it is, a Tri-Lam will find a way to do it. Beautiful Beaver Creek Golf Club, 27-hole bent grass golf course, renowned for excellent playing conditions and large, fast greens. Nestled amongst towering pines. This was the site of the final Tri-Lam Major of the year. Whose name would be the next to join golf's great? It's the battle at Beaver. Starting the round out, the group drove 17 miles to the illustrious South Course. The first hole the group faced was the picturesque 475-yard par 5. Steamer would be the first to find disaster on this day, but definitely not the last, as he played his second shot off a tree that decided to throw his ball directly behind him. Stepping up for his third, he hit the same tree and found himself where he had started before. Taking aim for his fourth, he topped it, and finally got to the fairway on his fifth. The group were off and running, some enjoying more the course than others, as Dog and Coach were tied for the early lead. Like he had many times before, Coach found himself behind the leaders. Sensing a need to strike like a cobra, Coach stepped up to the 364-yard par 4 third, the signature hole of the South Course. The scene was set. After an errant drive, Coach found himself about 174 yards out. With the green surrounded by water, Coach took aim. And Coach ultimately found water. Steamer hit a beautiful 5-wood off the tees, leaving himself about 134 yards out. He hit a wonderful approach shot to set himself up for a birdie putt. But much like Rex Peterson trying to fit into the bathroom at the drive-in in Belmont, this putter was a bit too oversized, and he 3-putted for bogey. Red, who also found water on the third, was looking to scramble to save bogey. And he did. Dog, the tournament leader, went long on his second and found himself missing a par putt and settling for bogey. Coach, battling from the beginning, tapped in for a crowd-pleasing double. And as the four walked off somewhat defeated, the results were the same, as Dog was still in the lead after 3 holes. The story of the front 9 was Dog's continued dominance over this group. The great Hal Sutton once said, "The true art of one shot at a time is that you have to trust the shot you're about to hit, and you have to accept it after you hit it. And if you can't do those two things, then you can't play one shot at a time." I really don't know what that means, but apparently Dog did, as he held a 2-stroke lead over Red going into the West Course. Knowing he needed to make up some ground, Steamer got right to work, with consecutive birdies at holes 10 and 11, tying a Tri-Land record for most birdies in a row. Hollander, known for his ball control and unique fashion, took aim at the 532-yard par 5 11th, and he liked what he saw. Red, downing mixed drinks and beers at an impressive clip, continued playing his steady brand of golf, stamping each shot with his signature pose. Sensing the true challenge wasn't going to come from his competitors on the golf course, Dog decided to take an hour-long conference call to increase the difficulty of the contest. But it was all for naught, as he also birdied the 11th, refusing to relinquish his lead, while also increasing his company's ROI significantly. And after 12, Dog's lead continued to grow. Again, much like F&G's ROI. Ever feel scared and afraid to let yourself go and be who you really want to be? To be carefree and just live. Maybe you want to wear homemade cut-off sweatpants or a captain's hat to a tailgate. Maybe even dig up your backyard with plans for a new hot tub. With King Cobra 40-ounce beer, you can be whoever you want to be. King Cobra 40-ounce beer. Good by yourself or with others. At the end of a Tri-Land major, the lowest score wins, and that is all that is supposed to matter. But it's not. As the sun began to fall and drunkenness began to set in, the outcome was no longer in doubt. It was a heroic battle nonetheless. As few onlookers were there to take witness, the few that were left with lifelong memories. Some of the comments overheard during the action were, "The way Coach plays golf? He doesn't have a classic swing like Sam Snead. He isn't a textbook golfer. He looks like somebody that plays golf once a month on Saturday." Is that Red? How the hell did he get in the tournament? I thought he was dead. Steamer sees and plays the game differently, taking the highest risk possible with very little success. Dog plays the game like a cyborg assassin sent back in time from the year 2029 to destroy all competitors. After a grueling 18 holes of golf with some bonus holes thrown in, the story was the same as when it began, the dominance of the Dog. The ultimate competitor and champion, this year's Tri-Land Final Major champion, T2 Judgment James. And now, a word from Tri-Land co-president, Michael R. Gabrielson.
Words of wisdom. One man once told me a very wisdom thing that he told me. I will say one thing. I will say, be good, but most of all, be good at it.